Hello, welcome once again to another edition of the Coach's Corner program. I'm Jeff Ruth, along with Coach Williamson, the Harding head football coach. And last week we talked about going into the Highland game. That was a team that, at least on paper, I felt you were probably the better team, and I think you probably did too. But it just didn't work out.
No, we were just talking off the air a minute ago. The last three games, I think when we talked before, I said we played well enough to win. This week we did not. We just uncharacteristic mistakes. We lost our composure a little bit. We didn't play very well.
Yeah, we talked really the last couple of weeks about the big play. And certainly it doesn't get much bigger than a 93-yard pass to start the second quarter. That was obviously the key play of the game.
Yeah. Jackson Shipley, who's been magnificent all year for us, he pinned him on the 1 yard line with a gorgeous punt that perfectly placed, and we had him backed up, and then one play later they're in the end zone, and it just can't happen.
Yep. We'll come back. We'll take a look at the highlights. I guess there's probably a few highlights, but not too many. Highlights of the game against Highland. We'll talk to a couple of the players, and we'll preview a big game coming up on Friday night against River Valley, and we'll do that right after these words.
Bucci's Italian Scratch Kitchen is a unique dining experience with made-from-scratch ingredients and meticulous preparation of each and every plate. At Bucci's, you will not find a canned sauce in our kitchen. Every sauce from marinara and Alfredo to our scampi and marsala is prepared from scratch every single day for every single meal.
Don't forget the dessert prepared from scratch in our kitchen. Choose from fresh-made cheesecake, tiramisu, brownies, or creme brulee for a sweet treat to finish your meal.
Bucci's is also expanding with the addition of our Dock Lounge, featuring the best in local live entertainment, as well as a variety of signature cocktails and limited menu items.
The upstairs Urban 501 area is available to host your most special occasions and private events.
Also coming soon to Bucci's is our fabulous outdoor courtyard area where you and your friends can enjoy outdoor games and entertainment. Located at 320 West Center Street in Marion, Ohio, Bucci's Italian Scratch Kitchen, Urban 501, the Dock, and the Courtyard are your one-stop entertainment hub for any event, large or small.
Back once again on our Coach's Corner program, and certainly the last Friday night it was a nice evening. The weather was nice. They had a really good crowd in the stands, and everybody was amped up.
Yeah, it was. Everything was perfect except our performance.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at a few of the highlights from the contest.
We're wearing the camo jerseys to honor our Ohio National Guard this week. That's why we're not in our traditional blacks.
At least the numbers were a little easier to read this year than they were last year. I remember when you did that.
Yeah. We swing the ball out to Parker Davis. He makes a nice little cut. Good blocking on the perimeter. And then he turns the ball over. It's, again, something we struggle with all game in this one. Juju Glover makes a really nice return here. We talked all week about squibbing it. Some of our guys were just falling on it. We pick it up and go with it. And he did. He did a good job there. Get our little empty formation. We call this Hawaii. Connor takes the check down. And Keontae picks up 16, 17 yards. I think it might have been the one Jackson pins him on. It's a really nice punt. He's leading the MOEC in every category: punt, scoring, everything. He's really doing a fine job. It's a big play in the game. We got a chance to get within one. We hit it, I think, a little sit route. Oh, that was the touchdown, I'm sorry. Ray J had 12 catches, 128 yards. He had a really nice night receiving.
And I don't know, doesn't look like we have any stats per se. But as far as the game, so we've talked before about wanting to be balanced, running and passing. Last week you weren't balanced at all.
No, we weren't. No, we didn't. We fell behind early, and then we had to start throwing the ball around. We couldn't get anything going on the ground. So we went to the air. We kind of used the air. We threw bubble screens, we threw slip screens, trying to run the ball that way.
So I said Connor either slept very good Friday night or he didn't sleep very good at all Friday night because he threw that ball a lot.
Yeah, he did. He uncharacteristically of him, he missed some throws he normally makes.
Yeah, we talked about that long pass. It wasn't a touchdown. Nice job of I don't remember who made the tackle there at about the 2 or 3 yard line to prevent that first touchdown. But after that just kind of opened up the floodgates because they scored 2 real quick touchdowns after that.
Yes, they did. They absolutely did. And that's been our thorn on our side. We just keep giving up the big play. We'll make two good stops, and then the third one they'll hit a big play on us. So.
You got that safety there to cut it to 21-9. Too bad it went out of the end zone.
Yep.
Too bad you couldn't have recovered it. But they were forced then to kick off, and I'm thinking, okay, the momentum had kind of swung back a little bit, but you couldn't do anything offensively, and then they scored again.
Yeah. On that drive, we drove back down, I think, to the 6 yard line. And then we fumbled down on the 6 yard line. Our receiver, again, he's trying to make a play. He's trying to get, he slipped out of one tackle and he was fighting for extra yards, and they ripped it out of his hands. So, got ball security.
Yep. We'll come back. We have a couple of the players we're going to talk to, and we'll do that right after these words. Back once again on the Coach's Corner program. Normally I have a couple of people to talk to, but Jaden Griffiths he's flying solo today, so that doesn't mean I'm going to double the questions on you or anything like that. You're a junior. Talk a little bit about your role on the team.
So I play safety, and I'm on the defense. A lot of my role is just coverage. We play a lot of man on our team, so a lot of it's cover one. As far as captain, I'm a leader on the field. Like with my teammates, I like to keep them close to me and make sure everybody's doing the right thing. And
How long have you been playing football?
I've been playing since 5th grade.
Okay. Did you play midget football?
Yeah,
And
a little bit.
What was your team?
Oh no, midget, not here, not here.
Oh, okay,
No.
okay. Talk a little bit about the last couple of years, because obviously a lot of transition with different coaches and so forth, and you have the same basically coaching staff that you had last year as well as this year. Just talk a little bit about how much easier is not really the right word, but how much better it is this year, and kind of knowing what the coaches expect of you and what the coaches kind of do compared to last year.
So I mean, coming into my freshman year, I went to Pleasant, and I had a completely different coach, new staff basically. So then I transferred to Harding, and it was just repeating the process, going back over. So this year to have the same coach over again feels good, and we can build relationships with each other and know how each other's kind of going to do stuff and how they think and work together based on that.
How tough was it coming from one school to another in your high school year?
For me, so I knew a lot of people here, and I always fit in here kind of better.
Okay.
So I always talked to people here, so it was easy for the transfer to come over and just fit in.
I know I moved into my junior year, and that was tough.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to know that you kind of made that transition and a little easier. Obviously, the season hasn't gone like we would have hoped, especially the last few weeks, but you still got 5 games to kind of turn it around. How can the team turn it around?
I think one way the team can turn it around is working together and just, if one person's falling on the sideline or getting mad or something, pick them up and say, hey, we got this. We still got however much time or however many more games left. We got stuff to work for and to not sit and hang our heads about.
And you said you're a captain?
No, I'm not a captain. Just,
Okay, but you kind of have that captain
role.
look
Yeah.
as far as being a leader
Yeah.
and so forth. Just kind of talk a little bit about what that means, trying to get, especially maybe some of the younger kids to kind of, believe in the system, especially now after you've lost a few games.
Yeah, I mean, the program is built up on the younger kids, so what they see is what they're going to do and how they're going to act around people, and, like, as far as it comes with football. So if they're seeing the upperclassmen work hard out on the practice field every day for getting ready for the games, they're going to do the same thing no matter what. And that's going to transfer over to every single year and build the program up how it's supposed to go. It's not just going to be a 1 year and everything's going to boom up program, you know. It's going to take time.
Yeah. What other sports do you play, if any?
I play baseball and I wrestle.
Okay. Do you have a favorite then?
Favorite, probably football.
Okay, all right. Depending on what the season
Yeah, depending
is,
on
I
the
guess.
season, depending on the practices.
Is it tough going from one sport to another into wrestling, and then from wrestling into baseball?
Well, I've done it since I was little, so it's kind of just like natural now.
Okay.
Like to just go and just keep practicing, but it definitely gets overwhelming sometimes with school and trying to keep up with
Yeah.
everything.
Okay, you're obviously not afraid of hard work, though.
No.
All right, well, hopefully we can get it turned around in the next few games, and
Yeah.
appreciate you being on with me.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Jaden. We'll be back to wrap up this edition of the Coach's Corner program right after these words.
Welcome to Harding Telecom Digital Media. Unlike television, print, and radio media, which are all one-way communications, digital media creates an interconnected world of interactive communications that puts you in control of content creation and broadcasting. As a member of Harding Telecom, we have 3 ways of building your digital media skills. As an underclassman, you can take our semester-long class, Intro to Video Editing, where you'll be introduced to the latest hardware and software in digital media. Learn to create your own content with overlays, special effects, and audio processors. Your content will only be limited by your imagination. Telecom 1 is a year-long class that introduces you to the world of audio-video broadcast communications. Here you will learn how to operate video hardware and software, design sets, direct and produce events, and expand your editing capabilities broadcasting online and over our public access television channel. You will learn to produce daily news announcements and share your creations throughout our cable television and social media networks. Finally, Telecom 2 is our year-long class available for upperclassmen who have completed the prerequisite Telecom 1 class. Here you will produce and direct your own broadcast events. You will be put in charge of productions and lead other students through the introductory processes of media production. Many of our telecom graduates have gone on to study broadcast media in college and launched careers as television news and weather personalities, Emmy-winning editors for nationally syndicated television shows, and audio production engineers. So don't hesitate to schedule Harding Telecom Digital Media. Talk to your guidance counselor or see Mr. Mullins in room 201.
Back once again on the Coach's Corner program, and Coach, we've talked the last few weeks, correctable mistakes. Go back to the Lima game, and the game before that with Shelby, and certainly there were some correctable mistakes there. Now, this is really the first week where I think you're facing adversity.
Yeah, we are. So we have to. I've said it all along. If we put it all together, we're a really dangerous football team. So we're hoping to put it together tomorrow night. The kids have bought in. They've worked hard all week to get ready for rivalry games. You usually don't have to get them too jacked up for that. They're jacked up themselves. So we're excited for the opportunity to play tomorrow night, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, whenever you say Pleasant or River Valley, that pretty much takes care of itself. The last couple of years, River Valley in particular has been exclusive passing the football. This year they have much more of a running game to go with a very capable quarterback.
Yeah, Ebert, he's a special player. He does a good job. Last year we got to him, created some turnovers. So
that was an exciting game last year, wasn't it?
It was a fun game, yeah. It was a fun game. We played well. So I'm hoping to repeat that for this year.
All right, well, good luck, and maybe turn it around this week, and we'll have a win to talk about next week.
Appreciate it.
All right, Coach, thank you. It's going to wrap it up for this edition of the Coach's Corner program. As always, thank you very much for tuning in. For Coach Williamson, I'm Jeff Ruth.